Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode here of the Couch Chat. And as you can tell, I am in a different location. And so it's just a couple things moving around, as we've kind of moved offices and everything over this summer and trying to find room at Immaculate Conception. I had been recording in the convent there and just needing a little bit more space in there for a couple different things. It just seemed like an opportune time to move the set of the Couch Chat. And so if you watched the podcast a few years ago that I recorded with Julia Manin, I'm in that location. Of course, the dartboard that was over here has been replaced with that image of St. John Paul II that was given. So here we are, the new place of the recording of the Couch Chat. And I know probably what you're thinking is, Father, it's called the Couch Chat. You aren't sitting on a couch, nor is there a couch in the background behind you. And I thought about that. Well, do we need to rebrand it and retitle it? Or what do we do? Do we call it something new? So did a lot of prayer and a lot of discernment and thought, you know what? I can buy a couch on Amazon. So that's what I did. I went online and got a couch. Not one that I'm going to sit on, but maybe if I had a pet mouse, it could sit on it. So the Couch Chat, this little couch is just going to hang out right here on our set. It's a little Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood action. Get it so you can actually see it outside of my shoulder. So behold, we have the Couch Chat. So now it feels good, right? Now it feels like we're in a good spot. And just one thing to bring up, we're summertime, festival's over, kind of slow down a little bit before school kicks back into session, is with this time, we had the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Just kind of on my heart in prayer life to talk about the American saints. We have so many great American saints. They're not maybe the ones that are the most well known. So maybe I thought it was an opportune time to talk about them a little bit. So if you follow the bulletin articles, I'll be writing about American saints for the next few weeks, maybe even the next few months. It's just to kind of remind us of our heritage, and even as we look at the saints, there's something deeply American about them, because the saints are not just kind of that it exists out of nowhere, right? Like even Jesus Christ comes into a specific time period in the Holy Land, in Israel, and to particular people. Do you think that's all part of God's providence? So these particular Americans that in the history of our country have lived important lives. And so we'll just talk about them. Last week I talked about the North American martyrs, specifically St. Isaac Jogues, who was in upstate New York. And this upcoming week, I'll talk about a saint that is kind of the outgrowth of the work of the Jesuit missionary, St. Kateri Tekakwitha. I'm actually, this podcast is being recorded the day of her feast day, July 14th, but it's not coming out until July 15th. So anyways, it's maybe a great way to kind of celebrate this 250th anniversary of our country is to look at those citizens of this country, or at least ones who have lived in the territory before 1776, and those who have gone before us, living lives of holiness, and this reminder that it's possible for us too, that in our own day and age, the grace of God is still present at work in our life to become great saints. And the saints are really the masterpieces of God. That's really the goal of all that Jesus does, of all that he works in our lives, is not to raise money, not even to have great programs, not even to have beautiful churches. All of these things help on the path of transforming our lives into lives of holiness. And so as we reflect on these American saints and what it means to be American, what it means to be on the path towards sanctity, hopefully these saints can be great intercessors for us and a great encouragement as we too are called to be American saints. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time here in this new location of the Couch Chat. See you next week.